welcome our viewers back to the broadcast online. And if we are on radio right now, I think we might have even got kicked back off of that. I think we got a ghost in here, David. Everything. I think all of our electronics, just everything shut off.
Get one thing back, something else goes, right? Runner going. This one's hit out in the gap. Going to get by. Could score another run. Will score another run into second base with an RBI double. Goes Jackson Mims. It's now 4-1. Shelby on top.
Big hit by Jackson Mims out into right center field.
A little insurance run there
for the double. Now Shelby extends their lead 4-1.
So now how big is that error?
Shoot.
Another run.
And folks, real quick, that are listening or on the internet right now, because we are off the radio. Folks, you just missed it. The pitch was high to the batter. He ducked, hit his bat, went into fair territory. The play counted. He was
almost
right
thrown out
at first, and the first baseman couldn't come up with it. And so, one of the wildest plays you've ever seen on a baseball field, we happened to be off air and didn't have it recorded. Oh, what just
first pitch inside? I think it hit Hastings. Barely, just caught enough jersey. And the umpire gets in between them to make sure Hastings and Cameron High don't run toward each.
That's protocol.
Yep.
It is protocol. You got to get out there just in case.
So now Hastings is at first. Yep, Hastings is at first. Mims still at second. And the number 3 hitter, Cody Fitch, up there, who has doubled and singled his last 2 times up.
Runners first and second for Shelby. Lead 4-1 now on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug TRT trailer scoreboard.
What's yours? First pitch in there for a strike to Cody Fitch.
So we're plugging along online right now. Dan and Andy are on the radio, have been moved to WCSL, so Dan and Andy's broadcast is on all of the stations right now, according to Calvin. So right now we are internet only, and we'll try to get back on the radio as soon as we can. David's listening on. I mean, we're listening
via the internet. I have us. So, I mean, of course, it's a delay, but
we're listening on the internet on the stream from hrmb.com, and we're hearing us. So it sounds to us from where we're at that we're
okay. Maybe we're on LOM, but not CSL.
That might be.
I'll see what I can do.
So David's going to do everything he can. Cherryville getting into more trouble here in the.
At least the listeners have an opportunity to hear it one way or the other, right?
And see it right now.
Yep.
So. Guys doing the best you can when those ghosts come in here and start unplugging our equipment. what do we do?
I thought they were back in the old station.
They are. That's why I think they got in the car with me while I was packing the bags. Came on over. They flipped over our tent earlier. We had our tent break today. There goes the runner. Is he going to be safe at third?
Strike. Yeah, runner goes. He gets into third easily without a throw.
And Nick Hastings is. I'm sure they'll talk to him about that. Is left sitting at first base.
It is a strike at the plate, and the count goes to 2-2 now on Cody Fitch.
Wow, still in third with 2 outs. And foul ball out in the stands. Let's see if our cameraman can round that one up. Nope, right over their heads. But man, David, I mean, that's a big risk. Still in third in a 3-run game here in the 8th inning. Up 3, 2 outs. Now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners
right.
at first and third. 4 post 82.
We'll see if that little click right there put us back on. Here's a shot out in the right field, but right at Fuller, the right fielder. He hauls it in for out number 3, so the inning finally comes to a close for Shelby Post 82, but they do pick up one more run, an insurance run here in the bottom of the 8th. 1 run on 1 hit. There was an error, and they leave 2 runners stranded on base. We go to the 9th. Do or die time for Cherryville Post 100. The Hauser Drug Mr. Sparky TRT Trailer Sales Scoreboard. Shelby 4, Cherryville 1.
Self-storage is your complete. Discover something for everyone at the Red Rabbit 27 shops in Lincoln. For women, you'll find handbags, sunglasses, garden decor, and more. For men, there's outdoor furniture, garden tools, saddles, boots, and chaps. For kids, check out the selection of children's clothes, doll clothes, and baby blankets too. Everyone will love the birdhouses, artwork, pottery, plants, wicker furniture, antique furniture, and jewelry too. Located on Highway 27 east of Lincoln, Red Rabbit 27 open Monday through Saturday. Call 704-240-4448.
Bruce isn't sure why he's out here, but this happens every time Aunt Betty and her allergies come to town, doesn't it, Bruce? But now, Train can help downtrodden animals like Bruce. A Train Clean Effect system removes up to 99.98% of the allergens from all the air that it heats or cools, so your owners will never choose Aunt Betty over you again. Let's go find your family a Train dealer.
Your Train Comfort Specialist is Roland Black Heated and Cooling. Call 704-865-1375. Roland Black Heated and Cooling.
It's hard to stop a train.
Trailers for everything, and we mean it, at TRT Trailer Sales in Lincoln, 3302 Gastonia Highway. Trailers for hauling livestock, motorcycles, and cars. You'll find dump trailers, utility, and landscaping trailers. You'll find racing trailers with finished interiors, plus the tag-along and gooseneck trailers, insulated trailers with tack compartments and 110 packages. Call toll-free at 1-877-279-7465 or visit the website, trttrailersales.com.
Do or die time for Cherryville Post 100 as we'll see who stands in the bat here. It was Heath King's spot earlier. Tyler Shoemaker pinch hit for him and reached on an error in the 7th, but then he was run for by Greg Owens, and the batter looks like it's going to be Cameron High.
We do want to clear up a couple things. Our trusty listeners are good at getting letting us know.
Yes, thanks a lot.
David got a text from who'd you say? Kenneth?
Well, I got an email from Kenneth Link. Yeah, loyal listener, always has been.
This series actually did go to the end of game last year, but it was only 5. Cherryville played 7 game with Gaston.
Sure did.
And I want to thank Troy Naren, T Naren 29, listening and watching online. Said Caleb moved to Indiana, and Troy worked in Chicago. So
right.
I want to thank Troy for listening and tweeting us online, and thanks for following us on What's Up Shopper.
4-1, Shelby leads it here, trying to sweep the season series for Cherryville, but there's a shot off the bat of Cameron High, foul.
Yeah, he did.
All right, Phil. Hit that one hard.
Yes, he did.
But about 5 feet foul. And that evens the count 1-1. 9:45, working on a 3-hour baseball game.
Getting close.
But unless Cherryville makes a very good comeback, it won't make the 3-hour mark.
The good news for Post 100, 3 runs isn't much to come back from. Even if the balls aren't flying out of the park, still come back to 3 runs, get some timely hitting, and see if they can get it together and get it done.
The problem though is for Cherryville being tonight, Kevin, they get the base runners and can't do anything with it.
Yeah, once they get on, they shut them down. They got 2 on the leadoff inning and the last inning, and then Nate Hastings went 3 straight strikeouts to end the inning.
How many times do you have base runners? They've had multiple base runners every inning but one, and they have won that inning. So,
well, that's at least
and they only have 1 run.
That's at least 15 runners left on base, then, isn't it?
Well, you got to figure in the double plays,
yeah.
the pickoffs, all that kind of stuff. You would think so, but it hadn't really been that many. Only 8, only 8 left on.
Shelby might have an argument on that one.
3-2.
That curveball is.
I missed it. I was looking down at the counting the left on bases, and I heard the oohs and ahs.
I mean, we're up high, but it was a pretty curveball. That's all I'll say about it. Cherryville might have got away.
3-2 from Hastings on the way is ripped into right field. That's going to be a hit
baby.
off the bat of Cameron High. Well, the right fielder gets over there quick.
Great
you
job.
Definitely can't chance it if you're Cherryville at this point.
That was a great job of the right fielder cutting that ball off. He got there really quick, like David just said.
So a solid base hit for Cameron High to lead things off here in the 9th inning. Yeah, that is Jay Siegel out there in right field doing a good job. I was going to see the hits aren't even that uneven, Kevin.
No.
8-6, but the scoreboard says 4-1. I still think the errors is 2-2, not 3-1. But none of that really matters at this point.
Wild pitch.
Wild pitch is going to move Cameron High down to second. The good news for that, for Cherryville fans, is it takes away the double play chance, and they've seen many of those tonight.
Yeah. Well, if Milton was here, he'd be rubbing the Wizards ball. So you folks at home, you folks back in Cherryville and in the Cherryville area tonight, you got a Wizard ball or a lucky hat or a hit stick or whatever your go-to thing is, do what you do and go where you go.
You might take it, huh?
You're going to need it.
Or get this ghost that's bothering us down on the field to make a few plays.
Yeah. Go on down there, David. the ghost name's David, too, so you folks at home don't know.
1-0 pitch on the way, inside, up and tight in there on Brett Huff. 2 balls, no strikes to Huff.
Huff got injured earlier.
Coach Mike Grayson going to the mound here in a minute. Go ahead.
Let's go ahead and take a quick break.
We'll take a timeout while Coach Grayson visits the mound. Don't think we'll have a call to the bullpen, but we'll make sure. Back in a moment, 4-1, Shelby on top.
A lot of people are switching to natural gas lately because natural gas appliances cost a lot less to operate than those using propane or electricity. In fact, a typical family could save up to $1,000 a year just by switching from propane to natural gas. But that's not all. To learn more about natural gas and to find out how much money you could save by switching, visit psncenergy.com/choosegas. That's psncenergy.com/choosegas. Natural gas from PSNC Energy, making everyday life better.
A 2-0 pitch coming is in there for a strike on the inside corner.
That's one of the quickest meetings of the mound.
Yep. Brett Huff didn't like that. He was backing out of the way, and
yeah,
the call was a strike on the inside corner. 2-1.
It took longer for Grayson to walk out there than it did to talk to the pitcher.
Yep. This one nearly hits him, and it's 3 balls and a strike now to Brett Huff.
And Huff's not. He's got to be gun shy right now, David. During warm-ups, inning or two ago, he took one. He missed it.
We don't know if it hit him in the face or what, but
yeah,
it immediately caught all the fans' attention. They were oohing and ahhing and sending somebody out to check on him.
He wasn't feeling good out there. I guess he's okay now, but he's got to be a little gun shy.
Well, now the scoreboard says 2-2, and the pitch is up and in. That's ball 4, so the scoreboard was wrong. It was 3-1, like we had thought. And down to first base.
You can count to 3, can't you, David?
Well, occasionally. I usually rely on that scoreboard to give me the correct count. So I always pick with Troy over at Cherryville in the press box. Troy, keep me straight. I don't have time to keep you straight on the balls and strikes. 4-1 lead, but now Cherryville, with nobody out, will send a tying run and Clay Fuller to the plate. First pitch to him is ripped out into right center field. That's going to be a gapper.
That is a rope.
Yes, it is. It's going all the way to the warning track. It's finally run down. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. It's a 4-3 game, and Fuller's at second base. Nobody out. Tying run he represents. It's 4-3.
Getting excited out here, folks. You better turn up that radio dial and tune in. What a hit. That was a rope. Best hit of the day for both teams.
And I'm telling you, Fuller has really caught fire for this Cherryville Post 100 team. Last night, 3 hits and 4 RBIs. Tonight, 2 hits and a 2-run double. So he has really filled in here nicely in that number 8 spot for Cherryville.
Coach Reynolds thinking about a bunt over here. He's thinking about what he can do. He checks over on the on-deck hitter, see who's behind
Jackson to plate right now.
Jackson's been hot. I mean, I wouldn't just because he's small, I wouldn't think, I wouldn't come out and just say, hey, he's going to bunt.
And you know
right
what?
here.
The thing is, he don't have a hit tonight. So one way to look at it, you think he's probably due to get one.
Oh yeah.
He does square the bunt, fouls it back to the screen.
David, that's what 10 fouled missed bunts. I mean, how many missed bunts have we had today? I mean,
Cherryville's actually got 3 down.
I'm going to say 10 missed with a error rate of 3. Somewhere between 7 and 13.
And really, if you foul one back to the screen like that, you're fortunate because it don't go straight up to the catcher or the pitcher.
You're right about that.
1-0 pitch now coming to Jackson. Again, he squares the bunt, gets this one down, foul, third base side. So upset at himself, you could see.
Oh, absolutely. There's another bunt.
Yep. So now he's quickly in the hole 0-2.
See if Coach Reynolds gives him the bunt again or lets him swing away.
That's a tough situation now. You got yourself.
Either
way, you've only got one strike to play with, you know.
It all depends on whether or not he feels comfortable with Jackson getting this bunt down or not.
I think if you're Jackson, maybe Coach Reynolds, you say, look, go ahead and swing away, but try to hit something on the
just make
first
contact
base
right.
side.
Well, yeah, any contact's going to move him over, really.
Here is the pitch, and that's upstairs, a ball, pretty close, but did look to be a little bit high.
David, we got some disagreements on Twitter on whether these two teams are actually rivals or not from some former Post 100 players.
Okay, good. I like that kind of interaction. This one fouled off first base side. Count stays 1-2. What are they saying?
Well,
the reason?
Spencer Martin basically sums it up as until Shelby consistently beats Cherryville in the playoffs, it's laughable to call them rivals.
Well, yeah, and I can see that because I knew one of the first things that a Cherryville person would say was, it's not a rivalry unless the other team wins some.
Right.
So I do understand that.
And Spencer goes on, Cherryville's won 5 titles in the last 16 years. Shelby's won 1 in 55.
Right.
Shelby's last Area 4 title was 2001. That's a good pitch.
That's in there for a strike, a breaking pitch. That was a good pitch from Hastings.
Nasty.
And Jackson is retired for the first out here in the ninth. Yeah, but I haven't figured out the sign right here on the corner of the building that says Shelby was area champions in 09. I can't figure that out. Cherryville's won 6 in a row, but it's got their
tied,
years.
Or did they tie?
You can't tie. How you tie for an area championship?
Maybe they're counting the regular season. I don't know.
You
the Braves. Go to Braves Stadium. They've got 13 flags out there talking about how they won the division.
I haven't figured out yet how you tie now. I mean, Cherryville's won 6 in a row. I think 6 years goes back way past 09. So
yeah,
but
13 minus 6.
Yeah. Well, they would have started in 8, 9, 10, 11. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 6 straight years.
I'd have to see that sign.
It's it's right here on the side. It don't say we won it in that year. It's just got Area 4 champions and the years out there beside it, and it says 01, and then the next one says 09. And I'm like, what? Here's the pitch to the plate. That is in there for a strike.
I tell you right now, David. Nick Hastings has found his curveball.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he is dealing it right now. Cherryville's going to have to.
And good for him because Cherryville was really hitting the fastball well.
You're right.
Cameron High ripped it pretty hard, and then Fuller ripped that one in the gap. 0-2 pitch coming to Dellinger, and that's just off the edge outside. That's where the catcher set up, and Hastings hit the spot, but that was a good chance they took there.
Yeah, hoping he chases
or get the call on the corner, one or the other.
Maybe pop one up, get the call.
And with 0-2, you don't want to throw it right down together the plate.
No.
So now the 1-2 pitch from Hastings to Dellinger, again outside, still flirting with that corner, just trying to hit it. And you got a couple of wastes there if you're Hastings.
Well, with the tying runner on third, you got a lefty up. You really don't want to give him anything in his wheelhouse, or you're just gonna pound that outside corner and make him go opposite field. Lefties don't like going opposite field as much as righties do.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second gets his lead. The pitch to the plate, curveball popped up left side. It's foul territory, and it does drift out of play behind the Cherryville dugout.
Lots of room over here on the foul ball check.
There is. That's why I always make sure, because you can. And you look at the dugouts, and there's still room beyond the dugout.
Oh, yeah.
You got another 15 feet.
And about had to deal with the tarp over there. Watch out, Vince Coleman might be hiding up there.
He did ram one pretty hard one time, didn't
he? My father will never forget that one. I'll tell you that right now. Pretty bad when one of your best players gets injured by the opposing team's tarp man. Rolled the tarp over. In the World Series, no doubt.
Where were they then?
Minnesota, I think.
Was it Minnesota?
I think it was Minnesota.
There's a pitch upstairs, and the count goes to 3-2 now to Cody Dellinger. Dellinger 2 hits tonight, a sacrifice bunt, and a ground out to first. Now the most critical time up there, a 3-2 count here in the top of the ninth, a 4-3 Shelby lead, and here's one grounded down to first base. First baseman on a couple hops will outrun Dellinger to the bag for the second out. On the play, Clay Fuller moves over to third base, so Cherryville's tying run just 90 feet away, but it's going to take a 2-out hit, error, wild pitch, whatever, from Caleb Nairn here 3 unassisted. Dellinger's retired.
Spencer said they won the regular season, 2009 or 7, whatever that plaque said.
Right. But there again, I mean, that kind of goes back to ACC. You win the regular season, but even the ACC basketball, you have to win a tournament to be considered the actual champion. So.
Right.
And that's why you have Area 4 playoffs.
It's been different over the years, too. It used to be the regular season champion was in the ACC, made the tournament. Then it went to the postseason champion, made the tournament.
No, never.
What do you mean?
Never was it the regular season.
I thought
not in my lifetime.
I know, not your
lifetime.
lifetime.
Okay.
I'm talking about the 60s and the 50s.
Well, they might not even had a tournament then.
That's what
Did they?
No,
I mean,
no, it was regular season.
I mean, really, did they even have the tournament?
Probably not.
I think once they started the tournament,
Probably
they used it, didn't they?
I remember that.
Which I don't agree with always, because usually you're.
I like that though. I really do. I do.
Well,
like
it gives you
that.
something to play for.
Well, what if your best player goes down halfway through the season?
Well, you got a point there.
And he comes back healthy at the end of the year.
There's a strike on the outside corner now to Caleb Nairn, and he is in the hole 0-2. As Cherryville's down to their last chance here. 2 outs, top of the 9th, 2 runs across, but that one they really need's over there at third base in Clay Fuller.
90 feet away. Here we go.
Hastings from the stretch, the pitch to the plate, swing and a miss. That'll do it.
Ball game.
So Cherryville comes up short, 2 runs in the 9th on 2 hits. There was no errors and a big runner stranded over at third base. Final score here tonight on the TRT Trailer Sales Hauser Drug Mr. Sparky scoreboard. Shelby wins it over Cherryville Post 100 by a score of 4-3. We're back with the totals and some post-game awards after this timeout.
The 2013 Dodge event is underway at Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge in Lincoln. Coming now for some great deals on the new 013 Dodge models, including the new 2013 Dodge Dart, starting at $15,995, or lease a new 2013 Dodge Dart for $149 per month for 24 months. Or how about the new 2013 Dodge Charger, starting at $25,995, or lease it for only $269 per month. See Abernathy for all the detail. Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge, 1442 East Main Street in Lincoln. You wouldn't want your favorite sports team to only play offense or only play defense. So when it comes to insurance, why settle for someone that can handle only your auto policy? Bring your home and auto insurance to Allstate now, and you can save big on both. You deserve someone that can assist you more. That's Allstate, Stan. Are you in good hands? Hey, sports fans, call Allstate agent John Brown at 704-435-1920 today. Carolina Care Center strives to provide quality care and promote an excellent quality of life. They now offer Carolina Care Cottages. All Carolina Care services are now available to cottage residents on an outpatient basis. Cottage residents have priority to beds if need at Carolina Care Center. The 2-bedroom cottages are fully equipped. Reserve your new home today by calling 704-435-4161. Carolina Care, offering a standard of excellence. Let their family take care of your family today at Carolina Care Center. It's time to jump in. Jump in and cool off with a dip in your backyard pool. To help keep your pool sparkling clean all summer long, see Carolina Hardware Garden and Pool Center on the Reedfield Road in Lincoln. They carry a full line of BioGuard products. Plus, they'll analyze your water to make sure you get the right blend of BioGuard. And keep your yard looking great with the new Husqvarna zero-turn tractor, push mower, or trimmer. Carolina Hardware and Garden Center on the Reedfield Road in Lincoln.
What are some of the greatest moments in sports? For me, I think of the basketball games in my uncle's driveway when I was a kid. He wasn't just my uncle, he was a friend. When he died, his funeral allowed me to share what he meant to me. It was a meaningful funeral for a life worth celebrating. As a member of the National Funeral Directors Association, the staff at Carpenter's Funeral Home understand the importance of creating a meaningful funeral service for a life worth celebrating. For more information, call Carpenter's Funeral Home at 704-435-6711. Carpenter's Funeral Home, excellence in cremation and funeral services.
There you go, Anne. Your new account is now open. Just one more little thing.
Here's your card.
What was that?
It's my new bank. Every time I turn around, I get hit with another fee.
You need to get an account at Carolina Federal Credit Union.
She's right.
Tired of getting hit by bank fees? Switch to Carolina Federal Credit Union today. Make those pains go away.
Here's your receipt.
Shane Calloway invites you to see Cherryville Printables for your sports embroidery, screen printing, and promotional items. Plus, if you're a member of a sports team, the new Cherryville Printables sells uniforms and sporting good apparel, including New Era and Flex Fit hats. Plus, name brand apparel including Nike, Augustus, Holloway, Ashworth, Adidas, Carhartt, and Dry Duck. And they can personalize any item. And be sure to ask about their special fundraising pricing. See their products in Medical Center Pharmacy or call 704-748-3550. That's Shane Calloway and Cherryville Printables. Again, 704-748-3550.